Welcome everyone, Clint Mallon here today with a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about the Supreme Trimmer Vader versus the Wahl Retro T-Cut. When I first went out and I was looking for trimmers, these are the first two that I bought. That's why I'm comparing them today. They're roughly the same price, and before I actually received them, I had no idea really what I was going to get or what to expect. I knew both of them were going to be good. That's why I picked them. But the difference between these two products is night and day. And if you want a really extensive rundown on everything from Stylecraft to Gamma, BaByliss, TPOB, Cocco, JRL, if you go to my website, clintmallon.com, you'll find an article about that best hair trimmers. And it's literally from the top of the page to the bottom. I think I've done 19 of them so far, and it's really in detail. It'll tell you everything that you need to know about these things. The purpose of this video is to make your life easier. I love reviewing products. I actually love doing this. This is a lot of fun for me. The website's a lot of fun as well. And if you really enjoyed this video, throw a comment. Say if you agree, if you disagree, I don't care. We're all here just to share information to help each other out, and I really hope this video helps you out. So please enjoy. Okay, so on the left we have the Supreme Trimmer Vader, and on the right we have the Wahl Retro T-Cut. These are both under $100. The Vader has an MSRP of $79.99, and I bought it on Amazon for sale. It was $67.83 after tax, so this was less than $70. As far as the Wahl Retro T-Cut, it has an MSRP of $82 on their website, and I bought it from Salon Supply for $49.98, and that was including tax and shipping, so this was under $50. All right, so the Supreme Trimmer Vader has a brushless motor, 7,000 RPM, lithium-ion battery with 3.5 hours of runtime and a 3-hour charge time, which is a little bit long, but at least it goes for 3.5 hours, which is a lot longer than your standard, which is right around 2 hours, 2.5 hours today. It does come with a charging stand. The charging port is USB-C, which is amazing. That is top of the line. There's no better charging port for a trimmer or clipper in the world today. It does come with a battery indicator, which is very cool. You can see the little light when you turn it on. When you charge it, it's red. When it's fully charged, it's blue. So I love that it has that, because this does not have that. It does come with guards. The body is made out of plastic. It comes in black or red. You can see I got the red and I really like it. It has a 360-degree skeleton design, so you can see what that means is the neck is thinner, and then the head of it, the blade, is kind of floating. So when you're cutting around someone's ears or you're trimming your mustache, you can actually see through the machine, which is pretty cool. The Wahl does not have that. Old traditional trimmers don't have that. That's a newer design. And then the blade is a graphite DLCT blade, which is very similar to like a BaBylissPRO FX. And even the BaBylissPRO premium trimmer guards fit these, which is pretty cool. So I ended up buying these on Amazon for about $15 to $16. And these guards they're pretty substantial. And because this blade is a DLC blade, these actually fit that. And then you can see the trimmer guards that came with it. These are a lot cheaper, but at least it comes with guards, so that's free, and it's saving you $16 by going with something like that. All right, so the Wahl Retro T-Cut, it does have a rotary motor. As far as the power, the RPMs or SPMs, I can't find that info anywhere, but it is very powerful. If I had to guess, this is 7,000 RPM. I would say this is probably 7,000, maybe a little bit higher. You can hear there's a lot of power to that. You can feel it too. This has 7,000 RPM, but this feels a lot more powerful. The battery on this is an NiMH, which is inferior to lithium ion. It has an hour runtime. The difference in the technology is if this is charged 100%, and I throw it in my drawer or whatever, and I don't use it for a couple weeks, and it's at 100% when I throw it in the drawer, in 2 weeks or so, this might be at 95%, 92%. This will still have juice. Like when you pull this out of the box, it hasn't been plugged in, and however long it took for it to store and then ship to you, this will still have power because it's lithium ion. NiMH is a different technology, and it just drains over time. So when this is not plugged in, it'll start with 100%, and then over time, a week or two, it'll get down to 40 or 30 and just completely empty out of battery. So the older technology in this battery is nowhere near as good. It does come with a charging stand. The charging port is a standard charging port, which is not as good as USB-C. I don't like how this thing kind of spins around. This is actually a lot more sturdy. The way it sits is because of the blade and because of the base of this. So if this thing starts twirling around, it is what it is. This does not have a battery indicator on the product, nowhere on the stand. It just doesn't have an indicator, which is kind of silly, especially when just adding a light on a newer product. When you're the big boys in the industry, throw a light on your machine. It makes no sense not to have it. It does come with guards. The body's made out of plastic. It comes in one color, which is this brownish, reddish, burgundy, maroon, whatever you want to call it. This is obviously red. This is a funky color. It's nice looking, don't get me wrong. The blade is not 360-degree skeleton. You can see that it's a wide blade, it's a T-blade, but you can see how the body runs straight into the blade, unlike something like this, which that's called 360-degree or skeleton, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a floating blade. So this has the older style. Of course, that does have the T-wide blade. So when it comes to unboxing, in none of my videos am I going to do an unboxing because I think it takes too much time. Nobody wants to watch me open a box. I'd rather just show you what's in the product. So as far as the Vader, so this is everything that comes with the Vader. The charging port is USB-A to USB-C, which is amazing because we have tons of devices laying around the house that have this exact same cord. They gave us 2 of them for whatever reason, which is just extra money in your pocket. The charging port is USB-C, which I think every single trimmer and clipper should be USB-C for that reason alone. It does come with a stand. This is a very nice looking stand. As far as the quality, it's very light. There's nothing substantial. It's not weighted, but at least it's a stand. And you can see the little metal prongs on the bottom of the trimmer. Those just connect. It doesn't have to kind of finagle to get into a plug like a male and female connection. It just drops in there. It sits really nice. It's easy to get in and out. It doesn't get stuck. I love this product in general. I think this is probably the best bang for your buck out of anything you can buy. It comes with 3 trimmer guards. I know a lot of professionals are like, I don't use trimmer guards. Well, who cares? A lot of people like to trim their beard. They like to keep their beard short. They like to groom their body. These are amazing for a product like this, especially with a stand, especially since it comes with a brick, especially because it's USB-C. You want to talk about an amazing package, $79. You can get it on sale for less than $70 sometimes. This is, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. And then of course it comes with a trimmer guard for transportation, which is pretty cool as well. So the Wahl is going to come with a stand as well. One of the biggest complaints about this product is there's no light on it, and there's no light on the machine. There's no light on the button. There's literally no way for you to tell if it's charging. These do not have to fit male to female inside the charging stand. You can actually see these are little metal brackets that when you drop this in, it drops in very easily. You're not trying to finagle this either. It does come with a blade guard for transportation. It does come with the 3 guards for trimming your beard and grooming your body. It comes with oil, it comes with a brush. One of the things I don't like about the charging process with this is I can't unplug this. So when I'm in the middle of cutting someone's hair, if I'm a barber and this dies, I can't just take a cord and plug it in and continue working with this corded. I think it's old school, it's not appropriate, this is not how it should be done, but at least there's a stand. And a lot of people have a problem wondering, you know, if you plug your iPhone or your Android in forever, slowly over time it's going to start to deteriorate the battery. I did contact Wahl customer support about that, and this is what Wahl had to say. The trimmer may be plugged in at all times to retain the full charge of the unit at all times. If you take it off the charger, it will eventually start to lose some of the battery reserve, but it will not deplete in full unless it's for an extended period of time. I would suggest you just leave it in there at all times. If it dies over a year or 2, this thing's only 50, 60 bucks if you shop around. Throw it away. Go buy the Supreme Trimmer Vader, or just go buy another one of these. As far as the charging and there not being a light, is it a problem? it's an inconvenience. Is it a problem? No. So that's everything that comes in the box with the Retro T-Cut. One thing I would like to ask is if you're liking the format of this and you're liking the information I'm providing, please just give the video a like. It goes a million miles, it helps out the channel, and it takes you a second just to press a little like button. So please do that if you're enjoying this. As far as the design goes, in my opinion, this looks amazing. This looks retro. It does, it looks retro. This is a sticker. This stupid little sticker. It's just, I'm not a big fan of the design of this. The design of this, however, is incredible. So a couple differences. This has 4 semi-sharp angles on it, and this is more rounded. As far as the back of it, this does not have any contours, while this does have some contours. As far as the blade goes, major difference in blade. They're about the same width, but this is just a nicer design. It's floating, it's skeletoned, it's got a 360-degree floating head, which is really nice, a really thin neck. So like if you're trimming your mustache or if you're going around someone's ears, you can see in between, while this one, you can still see a little bit. It's not as thin of a profile as this. The ergonomics of this are far nicer. This has a light. When it comes to the charging ports, this is USB-C. This is just a standard charging port. I think the design of these are night and day different. The other thing too is I'm 6'1", so my hands are pretty big. Gosh, I hate how this thing spins around. Stop. So my hands are pretty big. If I put the base of my hand where this is, you can see these are not that big. They might look big in a video, but that's not a big trimmer. And this one's even smaller. It just fits in your hand really, really well. When you're lining somebody up, your thumb kind of fits in that little groove, when this one doesn't have that. This is just a much, much more superior design. It's a superior battery life. It has a charging indicator. They both come with guards. They both come with a stand. This sits flat on a table and doesn't wiggle around, while this one's a nightmare when it comes to you putting it down. Doesn't matter which way you put it. It even kind of wobbles when it's on its side. So all in all, I think the Supreme Trimmer Vader is a far superior product. I would not ever consider choosing this, even though the Retro T-Cut is a much more superior, much more premium, nicer, more powerful product than something like an Andis Slimline Pro Li or the Slimline Pro GTX. This is a superior product. The stand is nicer. The only difference is this doesn't have a light on the switch, kind of like the Slimline Pro does. I do like this switch more. It would just be nice if they put a light on this. This would just make it destroy the Slimline Pro, but this is more powerful. I like the blade better. I like the switch better. They both cost the same, but if you're comparing something like this to something like this, I mean, this video is not sponsored by Supreme Trimmer. None of my videos are sponsored. Even if they were, I would tell you exactly what I think. This is amazing. If this was a 10 out of 10, I'm not saying it's a 10 out of 10, but if this was a 10 out of 10, this is like a 7 or a 6. I'm not sure exactly what I would give it. This is substantially better and almost the same price. $67 if you find it on sale, $82 on their website. I got it for $50. I would not buy it again for $50. So as far as the review, that's what I have to say. Thanks for watching.